Happy Sunday. Today I want to tell you a story. It's a dervish story that was written by Dhun Nun, the Egyptian, in the year 860, and it can teach us a lot about the world that we live in today. So once upon a time, Khidr, who was the teacher of Moses, called upon all mankind with a warning. He said that one day, all the water in the world that had not been specifically hoarded would disappear, and then it would be replaced with a different water that would drive men to madness. But only one man listened to his warning and understood the meaning of his advice, and that man collected water and stored it in a safe place, waiting for the waters of the world to change their character. And then one day, sure enough, the streams stopped running and the wells ran dry, and this man went to retrieve his safeguarded water, so from then on, he only drank from his own cistern. But shortly thereafter, he saw that the waterfalls were starting to flow again and the streams were starting to trickle again, and so he came down from his safe place and he returned to society. But all of the other sons of men had changed. They were thinking and speaking in an entirely different way than before, but they had no memory of what had happened. They didn't remember that the water had run dry or that they had been warned. And when he tried talking to them, he realized that they thought he was crazy. Some met his perceived madness with compassion and others with hostility, but none understood. And at first, he drank none of their new water. He went back to his safely stored supplies every single day. But finally, over time, in the isolation of his unique sanity, he felt so alone and so misunderstood that he decided to drink from the new water. He couldn't bear the loneliness of living, behaving, and thinking so differently from everyone else. And so he drank the new water and became like the rest. And he forgot all about his special water, and his community recognized him as a madman who had been miraculously restored to sanity. The end. As a kind of a strange ending, but can you blame him, really? I mean, nowadays we live in a world where natural, clean water is so rare. And water corresponds exactly to our psyche, our emotions, the quality of our mental health. Nowadays, we live in a world where the water supply has been poisoned by endocrine disruptors that dysregulate our own ways of thinking and feeling and perceiving the world around us. Your endocrine system is your hormonal system. It determines how you perceive the world around you. And some of these additives, like fluoride, create calcification in our pineal gland that can affect our mental health and our capacity for subtle sensory awareness. Others, like chlorine, create a little mini genocide of the beneficial bacteria within our gut, a lot of which are responsible for producing neurotransmitters like serotonin that allow us to feel safe and content in the world. And in big cities, there's a chemical cocktail of pharmaceuticals ranging from antidepressants to birth control to antipsychotic meds and everything in between, none of which have been tested at subclinical doses, all mixed together. Tap water has become a mass weapon of subtle, covert, physical and psychological warfare. Filters strong enough to remove all of these ubiquitous compounds are out there. You can find them at waterislife.shop. But a lot of times they're too expensive for the masses, for the average person. And even those that do may still leave the vibrational signature of their memory within the water, which is a carrier of the subtle frequencies. That's why it's so important to not only filter the water, but also restructure and re-energize it. Now, thankfully, the earth has been stewarding safe and healing water deep in the wombs of underground aquifers, and she still pours it freely onto the earth from springs. So, what do you think Dhun Nun was trying to say when he wrote this story way back in 860 AD? What kind of a premonition was that? And what can we learn from it as it applies to our own lives today? Go ahead and share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the story, please share it.